Thanks for joining me in some more Skyrim with the Requiem overhaul. And I've decided to do the Mehrune's Dagon dagger quest because, well, for one, I think the locations it takes place at are just genuine good fun. I really like clearing these caves that it takes you to, and for two, I think it'll be an excellent backup weapon to have. And so I just hit level 20, so the quest became available. I already picked up the hilt, which is just passing its speech test or a brawl in Morthal. And now here we are at Cracked Tusk Keep to fight some orcs, or better yet, have them fight each other. And I just can't see anybody yet, but I really don't want to be spotted before I have a chance to get the jump on them. Okay, so I can see one guy just barely, and another one's head right there. And I'm hoping that he'll go for his allies and not straight for me. And here I think I want to pop an invisibility spell. And back up a little bit and reposition, because these guys do all carry bows, I think, and probably have the perks for them, so I'd rather not be around where I can just get pegged by an arrow. I'm going to try and fury into these guys. Go invisible again. Okay, so I successfully picked off at least one. Is it just down to the one guy? And maybe I can pick him off with a crossbow. Or just kill the winner of this little fight. And that wolf I was not expecting, so I'm glad that it aggroed onto them and not to me. But getting some really good value out of invisibility right here. Okay, that was a pretty clean little sequence of fights there. I'm gonna check these guys briefly for loot. Take some crafting materials, and just on the off chance that there's another guy camping out in here, I'm gonna go invisible again. But I think that's all of them. I think they all came out to chase me. And there's a main entrance, but I'd rather go in this side. That way, the guys standing in the entryway don't aggro onto me. Luckily, apprentice locks are within my capabilities. So here, in theory at least, I could go straight down that way, but it is blocked by several locks that are beyond my skill. So I'm gonna do a Rune of Dampening here so that I can make sure I'm not detected as I cast my invisibility spell, and I'll use that to scout them out a little bit. Just so I can see where everybody is. Unfortunate that I have to open a door. Okay. I think if I can successfully cast a muffle spell, I can probably sneak up on that guy and backstab him. The question is, with as few perks as I have in daggers and no stealth damage perks, I'm not sure if it will be 100% fatal. But luckily, even if the first attack didn't get him, the second one did. Okay, so that's useful information that I'm not going to be able to one-hit backstab anything up here. I'm going to take just a second and let my stamina recharge. I'm going to take off the Necromancer's Amulet for a second so that my stamina comes back more quickly. And I think here I want to go for another Rune of Dampening. and go invisible and scout and see what's up ahead. Because I think there's still 2 guys left. This might be another one that I can sneak attack.
It's nothing.
And I'm just not taking any chances here. I could play a little bit more aggressively, perhaps. But these orcs are going to be way better than me in any sort of real combat situation. Okay, he's awake. I closed the door for a second. And I think maybe what I want to do here is... I don't think a backstab is going to be effective because it's very likely this guy has good armor. But I'll try and use my other spells and take him out that way. So I think I'm going to cast a Muffle. So that I can get in a sneak attack on this dude. Because invisibility isn't going to help very much at getting through this door. Okay. And I'm spotted. And their hibernation spray was basically a paralyzed spell. So that worked out pretty smoothly. Grand Staff of Turning, that seems somewhat useful. And see if we get any good loot. Some health potions. Okay, now I have the key. I can go down and make my way through. Actually, I don't think I really want this Staff of Turning. But yeah, now I just have to go down through the vaults, get through the various traps that are in the way there, and then I'll be on my way. Now I'm up in the Reach, making an approach on Hag Rock Redoubt. I'm taking advantage of my invisibility spell. This is actually going to be the first Forsworn area that I've attempted, so I don't know yet if my illusion spells are strong enough to be reliable against them or not. If they aren't, this could be a pretty difficult run if I have to fall back on my destruction spells entirely, but I'm hoping that this will be good enough. And I'm pretty sure that any one of these guys that I'm going to encounter can kill me in one hit, and I'm going to try and play really cautiously accordingly based on that. And I'm surprised to have not seen anybody outside, but I suppose I can just count my blessings on that one. So for this opening area, I want to scout out where guys are at the start, so I'm going to go with an invisibility spell. Because I'm not really sure where my enemies are. So I can see 2 over here. I guess there's never going to be a better time to try out a rage spell than right here. Invisibility isn't feeling terribly effective. So it seems like Enrage did not really do anything for me there. But maybe I can just sneak past all these guys. But that's useful information to have, that Enrage is not in fact going to be a reliable way for me to deal with these. And now we're learning why it's a good idea to actually have some perks into into your sneak attack skills if you want to use those. Okay, so I think I just want to sneak past as much of this as I possibly can and hope to get lucky later on. So the path I want is just past here. And the Shrouded Shoes from the Thieves Guild are doing a bit of work here because I'm not requiring any... I'm not required to use Muffle to have my invisibility be effective in sneaking past stuff. And now I'm kind of committed to the stealth plan because there's guys behind me who are going to come up and make my life miserable. But I'm hoping I can snipe this dude. I'm pretty sure that's a Briarheart. And I just kind of walked right into that one. So let's go back to our original plan of sneaking past him. Maybe if I get a sneak attack followed by a something. Put down a trap. Okay. Our dog was good enough to get the job done for us. That was the Briarheart. Now I need to evade the guys who are going to come and likely investigate. And my stamina is low, so I've got to pop a stamina potion. Okay. We were able to take him out without waking up the guys downstairs, so that ended up being the successful strategy. I'm going to try and break this just to level up my lockpicking a little bit. So that just cost me 10 lockpicks or so. I'll take the Hunting Bow Scorching because I don't think I have anything with a fire enchant, and I'll be able to disenchant that and learn the effect. So, I'm going to save here. I'm pretty sure this has to be trapped, right? Yeah. And nothing wildly exciting there, but again, I'm willing to do just random chests because I want my lockpicking skill to elevate more quickly. So this is another spot where I want to use some invisibility to scout what's ahead, and it is unfortunate that it looks like I need at least one more illusion perk before I'm going to be able to effectively use it on these guys, but I think I can probably just sneak past most of this stuff and not really worry about killing them. Because the Forsworn don't typically carry a lot of gold or any other really interesting loot that I care about, so if I can avoid more random deaths, then so much the better. Now I just hope that they don't notice me at the last second and follow me in. And I think this last stage could be a real mess for me, because there's going to be hag ravens and hags, which will most likely be able to spot me. But I'm going to continue with my same strategy of scouting with invisibility. And I can see there's someone down at the end of this hall. Chances are this next fight is going to get messy, so I'm going to try and sneak attack them before I proceed. Okay. That went well. I'm going to take this level up as an opportunity to grab this perk for Nightmare, which will allow me to kill guys outright if I'm able to hit them with Hibernation Spray. And I'm going to save here because I don't really know where the enemies are. And I'm going to break this lock again just to gain some experience. That went pretty well. Loot was pretty crappy, but what are you going to do? So again, I'm going to play this the cautious way and scout while invisible. And my crossbow is pretty ineffective for most of these enemies. I mean, maybe it's good enough to kill a hag, but I'm not 100% confident even in that. Wow, I just walked right past the guy on sentry duty. I guess the upside of having weak sneak attack damage is I get to do a couple of sneak attacks and level my skill more quickly. But on the bright side. And I'm pretty sure that door doesn't go anywhere that I care about. And I feel like there's a hag raven hiding somewhere around here, which I'm kind of scared of because they can probably one-shot me either in melee or, yikes, either in melee or at ranged combat, and I know there's a trap here. I'm absolutely certain of it. So let's play this slightly smarter and not get hit by the fire at the start and have to wait for the potion. But I'm happy to take the soul gem. Now, I wish I could see where the trap is, or where the tile is that will set off this trap, because with my absolutely terrible magic resist, I cannot survive. Even the slightest brush of magic damage will kill me. So just need to be smart enough to not wander into that trap on the way out. I think it's right there. And it wasn't all that long ago when I last did this dungeon, so I have some memory still of where stuff is, but not enough to remember where exactly the hag raven's waiting for me. But hopefully this invisibility spell is good enough to get me through. So I think we're nearing the end of our little journey, and I've got to find some way to kill that hag raven. Step one is to not get killed by the traps. Let's see. Maybe I can paralyze her and then try and finish her off with the dagger. I'll try that as a initial sort of plan. Okay, that went as well as I possibly could have expected. I get the unusual gem. Oh my, I didn't see him. I was all ready to be like, okay, we're done. But now we're into daring escape territory because he's forced me into a spot where either I have to backtrack through areas I've already done and maybe deal with more enemies, or that Briarheart is going to kill me with absolutely no trouble whatsoever. So I'm going to go invisible here because I do want to still claim the shout ability, which is gained from going up there.
Dagon does not declare a winner while there is a pawn on the board. Kill Silas. He and his family have served their purpose.
Because my magic resist is
Kill him.
So
take your rightful place as my champion, or I will crush you.
So I'm just hoping to cheat shot him. And he was unfortunate to have not noticed me in time. And next, I'm going to unveil my foolproof strategy for dealing with the Daedra.
I am pleased, mortal. I will give you my razor. Use it to wreak havoc on Tamriel.
So this is some pretty high-level play you're about to see.
Fill the world
I wouldn't recommend
with
it just anybody
in my name.
a strategy this difficult.
Place your hands on my altar one last time, and you will witness the power of Mehrune's Dagon for yourself. Before you go, mortal, one final challenge.
And now we So, that's it for the Mehrune's Dagon quest. Thank you for watching this far. If you're enjoying these sorts of videos, hit the subscribe button. I do have more coming on this character. I'm having a lot of fun playing it. Hope you're enjoying watching it as well. And I'll see you in the next one. And lastly, just a quick note to give you a sense of where the character is at now that I've hit level 21. So I've taken every available illusion perk. I don't have any more available until I hit 65 or 60. So that is going to free me up a little bit to put perks in a few other places. I've got these two in Conjuration. I don't really see it going higher than that. In Destruction, I'm really looking forward to taking Rune Mastery. I think that'll be really strong and giving me a backup skill to work with. I may go up into Electric Focus soon also, so I have a better angle against Dwemer constructs. In Restoration, I took this really excellent perk over here in Focused Mind. Maybe eventually I want Power of Life as another backup option, ultimate goal being to get over into Wards and Mysticism, and I'm going to keep taking these perks up this way so that my wards are easier to maintain. Then Alteration, I'm just not doing anything there. Enchanting, I'm looking forward to taking probably both of these perks eventually, and I'll most likely follow the tree up along this direction, but the Soul Gem Mastery is very helpful for the ability to craft Soul Gems. I think now that I've leveled up, I'm going to put some training points into Smithing with the goal that at level 22 I'll be able to get up to 25 and get Dwarven Smithing and then level this up a bit more. In One-Handed, I'm really missing the ability to one-hit things with daggers, so I'd like to be getting up in this direction. The minus 50% power attack stamina cost will be a really nice thing because right now power attacks eat up almost my entire stamina, and then getting over here into dagger focus as my perk points permit. In Marksman, I'm kind of tempted to take this first perk point just to make my crossbow a little bit more effective, because right now, even while sneaking, it's not sufficient to one-hit things, but I don't really want to have a potential wasted point there. So I'm going to see how much I'm relying on my crossbow as I go forward. In Evasion, I don't think Agility does very much for me. It may give me like 1% extra move speed or something like that. And Dodge, it'd be kind of an icing on the cake type of thing, but it's pretty low priority. In Sneak, I'm really missing out on having the bonus damage on sneak attack, so that's kind of a high priority. I'm hoping to get that in the next few levels. Lockpicking, I really need to elevate this higher, otherwise I won't be able to advance the main quest and get through the Tower of Mizark. Then over in speech eventually, maybe I'll take some dragon shout resist stuff, but that's not terribly important, and not really doing anything with alchemy, although I have been making some potions to level my character. So that's where the character's at now. I'm having a good time with it, and I have more videos planned, so see you soon.